I'm Mary Porter.
Mary, why you bugging?
I made my name turning department store Harvey Nichols into a fashion powerhouse.
Mary, I need your hugging.
Now I'm turning my attention to a retailer that I think has untapped potential. Charity shops. We're in the middle of the worst financial crisis and environmental crisis in living memory. People want bargains and they also want to be a bit greener. Charity shops have an opportunity, but not as they stand today. 6 weeks ago, I convinced one of the UK's biggest charities to hand over control of a shop.
I need to change the mannequins in the windows. Will you choose something fabulous?
No, you choose it.
I'm starting to lose the will. But so far, I've failed to solve the biggest problem of all, my hideous stock.
What?
Oh, that's a baby snappy.
Is that really giving?
No. Now I'm taking my battle for better donations to Middle England.
I need this to work.
I'm going to try and turn my grey army into a sales force.
Sell me those jeans.
What is it? Looks like a dildo.
You could not sell that jumper for a fiver. We know what our customers will pay.
And I'm going to face real dissent in the ranks.
One of the regular volunteers has handed in a notice.
No, I'll be honest with you, I've had enough.
Mary.
Let's face it, charity shops aren't exactly an appealing place to shop. Most of them look like they're stuck in a time warp. It's the beginning of the second month working with my charity shop. I've persuaded head office to give me £15,000 for a complete redesign. But there's no way I'll ever make that money back for them if I don't tackle something else first. I need to sort out the biggest problem, and that is getting decent stock into the shop. After my disastrous attempt to get the locals of Orpington to donate, I'm changing tack. I need a captive audience with a high disposable income who I think spend their money on clothes. And I'm going to find them not at home, but in their workplace. British Gas headquarters is a stone's throw from my shop, and I've convinced them to let me loose at their offices. Here I'm getting the vast Middle England blue chip company workers. And I need to get into their psyche, recycle, give back. Then at least I've got a chance of getting some decent merchandise into that shop.
Good morning, British Gas. It is British Gas, isn't it?
I've asked Brenda, Rita and Graham, 3 volunteers from my charity shop, to help me get the message out.
I need people like you, who are all smartly dressed, to donate. I want you to look in your homes and I want you to donate things that you believe will have a minimum resale value of £5. Otherwise, it's just not worth it.
There are 800 well-dressed workers in these offices.
We're after you.
I'm asking them to donate just 1 or 2 items which they can easily put in their bag and bring to work.
Do you give anything to charity shops?
No, I don't.
Right. Well, at least you're being honest, you know. I think some people go...
Far too lazy.
Are you?
Yeah.
So what do you do with it?
Throw it away.
What do you normally do with them then?
I'd probably put them in my dustbin bag.
Where to? Where does he chuck it?
Well, it's not into a charity shop, that's for sure. Do you shop charity shops?
No.
Yeah.
Why don't you?
I don't know, I've never thought to, really.
Yeah.
Charity shops have been kind of, you know, it is a dumping ground for all your old stuff, so you're not going to go in there and find anything kind of cool and trendy. It's always going to be older stuff.
I mean, just talking to those guys up there, they just dump their stuff. They wouldn't dream of going to a charity shop at all, to even give, certainly not to shop. I have to understand the different mindsets. I'm just wanting us to look at decent donations, you know?
Music stuff as well, music, CDs, videos.
And jewellery.
You speak to her and you make sure she delivers well, and you speak to her, make sure she does. And speak to friends, OK?
I really hope we've convinced them to buy into this. I'll be back in a week to collect what I hope are top-notch donations.
We don't get good quality goods
that's
from
it.
somewhere like this.
Yeah. Well, then
it is a little bit of a problem, then, isn't it? Where will we get them from?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these are young people and they've got nice clothes and If they don't wear them anymore, we'll give them to us. Isn't it?
So far, I've resisted donating, but it's time to practice what I preach and look in my own wardrobes. Paloma Picasso and Harvey Nichols. God, this is my life in bags. This is Tracy Eddings' bag for Longchamp. I take it down, but... Walter, do you mind not eating the bag, mate? How can I put a Clemence Ribeiro £900 bag into a charity shop? Imagine Brenda, or getting hold of that. That's £5, dear, no more. It would just be like putting this wonderful little gem in amongst rubbish. There's no point in raising the quality of our donations if Brenda and the rest of the volunteers don't know their product and can't spot the gems when they come in.
No, it's not that big box. But they're not earrings, surely.
Yeah, look, they are.
Oh, yeah. But
it's a set.
If I want my charity shop to make money, I need my volunteers to raise their game and their prices and start thinking like a sales team.
So what is the dress shirt in the window, then? Is it still in there?
There isn't one there, is
Lady interested in the dress shirt in the window. Oh, it's a shirt, isn't it? Not a dress.
It's time to take them back to school. I've organised a retail training day in London. And I'm not just doing this for my shop. I've invited volunteers from lots of charities and over 50 have answered the call. I'm quite excited. I'm looking at all the names on the desks and all the different charities. I'm quite excited about this. You know, this is going to be a big day for a lot of people who haven't been in a situation like this for over 40 years. Good retailers always give their sales staff professional training, but this is a first for charity volunteers. So far, the way that most of them have ran the charity shop is, good morning, are you having a nice day, chit-chat, and unloading the bin liners out on the shop floor. Today, I just want to teach them some of the basics of retailing. I've also invited the charity shop managers, like my old friend Chris from Mind, who knows only too well how hard it is to make volunteers professional.
You know, and you have to keep coming out and saying, you know, can you tidy the shop, can you talk to the customers? But as I say, because people are giving their time freely, it is very difficult to sort of come too heavy-handed.
Morning, ladies, and is there a few gentlemen I have here? Good morning, charity retail. Come on, let's get some energy going.
Most volunteers don't pay the blindest bit of notice to their stock. So first off, I'm going to get them focused on what they're actually selling by teaching them a great sales tactic.
The most important part of selling, and which every retailer gets taught, is features and benefits. So the features on my shoes: high ankle boot, patent leather. Benefits, very on season. I'm going to be very trendy this season, Graham. That might not worry to you too much, darling, but very important to me. OK, features and benefits. And if you think about those in your head when you're selling, it actually makes fun of selling for you as well. I am going to get a few of you up to sell to the audience. Right, Graham, sell me those jeans.
Those jeans. Well, they're lovely jeans, lovely sparkly colours.
Yep.
They do stretch, I think. No, they don't. I'm sure they will. The benefit to you, I think, will be they'll enhance that lovely top you're wearing.
Oh.
Right, well, I know you're always looking for handbags. Look, this has only just come in. Look at the benefits. It's quality leather. Look at the size of it. You're going to have everything that you need in your bag. You're never going to be lost for anything. Look, even the brolly would even fit in there, look.
The younger ones have the gift of the gab, but my trusty supporter Brenda seems to have developed stage fright.
Excuse me, what are you doing in that queue? She thinks I was born yesterday. You haven't done any selling.
Yes, I have. I brought it across the stage.
I'm magnetised. She's stuck to me. I can't lose her.
Back. Off you go. Back.
No. Big deep breath. You can do it.
I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, no.
Don't want to do it? No. I don't want to do it. I've seen you chatting to everyone in the shop.
With bashful Brenda skiving, I'm going to try out our shop's resident joker, 82-year-old Lila.
Oh, don't start on your sciatica. I've got something just for it. Sell me that.
What is it? Looks like a dildo. Now, do you know, I've always wanted one of these. I've wanted one of these for 12 long years, and I think you'll want one too one day. So I should buy it and put it in your drawer and keep it there.
12 million! I think you can have that, Lila.
After a well-earned tea break, my volunteers are ready for their next challenge.
What team are you in, Brenda? Brown, that's your shop, Ron?
If I pull off my plan to get higher value stock into the shops, they will need to know their Marc Jacobs from their Mark 1. I've set up 6 mini shops around the hall.
Settle yourselves into your shops, and in your shops you'll notice there are 2 red bags.
In the bags is a variety of clothes, from rags to riches. But can my volunteers tell which is which?
That is a rag bag.
I've asked them to sort through each item and price it.
Jaeger, that's among the riches.
These are labels that some of us haven't seen before in our shops, and these are names that we need to get used to.
Right, this is with it, isn't it?
Look, this one's New Look.
I believe that charity shops are underselling themselves. If we knock 70% off second-hand designer labels, shoppers are still getting a great deal. I want my volunteers to be brave enough to up their prices.
OK, Marc Jacobs coat. Red denim cape.
Fashionable colour.
Well, it's obviously going to be very expensive, Marc Jacob. How much will we put in it?
Probably put 20. Well, £20, that would be top-notch on anything in our shop. We just don't get the clientele who would pay it.
How much do you think it's worth originally?
150? 180?
974,000.
900?
I can't believe it.
Can you hold it?
Yeah, I just can't believe it. Anyone. I can't. Anyone.
My volunteers are still going for bargain basement prices, but I'm hoping that experienced shop manager Chris will see the true value.
We have a Jaeger sweater.
Lovely.
That Hester is coveting as we speak.
Very you, Hester, actually, that Jaeger sweater. How much do you think you're going to sell that at?
What do you reckon? 5?
In our shop, yes.
In our shop, yeah.
I know, Mary's...
I'm going to sit down.
I know.
You sat down, Mary.
I have to sit down. You could not sell that cashmere this season jumper for a £5, Chris.
But the customers would go, don't care if it is Jaeger. And then they go, I'll give you £3.50, don't they?
Yeah. 5 is too low,
No,
Chris.
we know all this, Mary, but we know what our customers will pay, and you've seen the sign we've had to put on the till. Please don't ask for discount because the smack in the mouth often offends. Yeah, I'm sorry, no, because...
That jumper, that raspberry jumper is £150 original. Cashmere knit.
I can see where Mary's coming from with these designer clothes and getting good prices, but 70% off would be £200. People would laugh.
People come in the charity shop for a low-price bargain.
Yeah.
That'd be fair assessment.
And they would say, if I've got 30 quid, I'll go to Primark and buy a new one.
I think we ought to at least try. Even if it only invites interest and adverse comment, at least they'll be looking at it and coming into the shop. Yeah. So I think it's a good idea to have a go.
They've so been entrenched in their head that charity is a bargain, cheap, that it's really tough to move them on. Yes, of course, they're not going to get the most expensive Louis Vuitton bags in there, but we need to up the level of merchandise. And if they start pushing and educating this customer and telling them why they'll pay a price for that, people will deliver.
And whether they do or not, I'm about to find out. It's been a week since I asked the workers at British Gas to go through their wardrobes and donate an item or two. If my shop is to stand any chance of making serious money, the first thing I have to do is to get decent stock. so I really hope I've convinced these well-dressed workers to deliver the goods.
Nice to see you. Yes, I'm
With my loyal supporter Brenda and volunteer of 39 years Jean at my side, it's time to find out if I've persuaded these workers to change the habits of a lifetime and donate anything of value.
Come on, shop open. Let's bring in your goodies.
We've got a pretty little handbag here.
Oh, that's
gorgeous. Oh, I've seen.
Got some jewellery inside
She
it as
put
well.
jewellery in it.
Oh my goodness, we haven't had any jewellery.
wow.
And you don't wear these, dear.
Jane, stop it. Asking people whether they wear them. Are you sure you don't wear them? We know they don't. That's why it's here. And we don't want them to have second thoughts.
Look, we'll have queues, won't we? Yes. Rather queues up the high street.
This exercise, Jean, the whole point of this exercise is we want better things.
Yes,
okay?
we've got
Absolutely.
better things,
Yes,
yeah.
they're great. They're great. Don't let them feel guilty about giving them. Are you sure you haven't worn them? You're like an old mother to them. Let them donate.
Yeah.
And even if they could possibly wear them, I don't care. Someone needs it more than
Yes,
them.
absolutely.
All right?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, darling.
Oh my goodness. All stuff. Sorry.
What? No, don't say sorry. That's fantastic.
Oh!
Isn't that fabulous? Interesting. Oh, here he comes. Here comes the boy.
Hello.
In his Selfridges bag.
Yes.
You little star. Oh my God, we've got a Dunhill tie.
Mary, this is the designer.
This is Designer Man. Good for you. Good for you. Paul Smith hat and a Dunhill tie. When was the last time you saw Paul Smith or Dunhill in your shop?
I don't know if I have them actually.
You don't know if you have, do you? I'm really enjoying this. That's fantastic.
Oh, that's great.
You're a right little shopaholic, aren't you?
No, I mean, some of those are presents that I've never, that I've just gifts that I've just had in the cupboard, so...
Oh, you're a star. Thank you. Bless you for doing that.
Someone passed the smelling salts. I've got something designer to sell in my shop.
Does it feel
Yeah,
good?
because they've only just got into the bin, basically, so that's fine, yeah. So if someone's going to benefit from it, that's brilliant.
I'm beginning to think this idea of targeting the workplace for donations is something I could roll out across other charities.
Oh, Zara.
Isn't that hello?
But there's a top shop jacket.
Fabulous Topshop jacket. Brilliant. Really great.
Lovely.
Simple jacket.
Yes.
Okay, Brenda, you're getting good on the old pricing. How much are we going to price this at in our shops, do you think?
This top shop.
Yeah, practically new. How many times have you worn that? Looks
Probably about 8 times, not that often. £8.
Big.
£8. £8?
£8.
I think it's good. What did you pay for it originally?
We're about 30, I think.
Yeah, good pricing.
Yeah.
Brenda! Yo, yo, yo! Yo, yo, yo! She's getting the hang! She's getting the hang! We're changing her! See? See? You believe it now, don't you, when you see this?
Yes, it's amazing. It really is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, we haven't got any rubbish at all.
No. Everything will go like gold. It's a long time since we've seen anything
good
as good as that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I don't think, those evening dresses, we've never had anything like that brought into the shop, have we? No.
It's a relief. It's an incredible relief. Because this is exhausting. There's no easy fix on this. You are reliant on every aspect. Everything's out of your hands. It's such a big task. This has made me just feel, thank God it's worked. But I think it's a great little idea. It's a great concept. We can now roll this out.
Now I'm making headway on great donations, I need to get back to my shop. If I want to prove that charity shops can be real contenders on the high street, I have to start by turning my charity shop into a first-class retailer. And it's a long way off that. But I've persuaded Save the Children to let me employ a paid shop manager on the condition that I increase their profits to pay for it. And my trusty volunteer Graham has applied for the job. He hasn't had paid work since being made redundant from football coaching 2 years ago.
If I was to get the job, I'd like to let people get on with it, really. They're all very capable. They all do an excellent job here. So, I just let them get on with it and hopefully manage the shop around that. I don't foresee too many problems, hopefully.
In the meantime, I've asked Graham to be the shop's temporary leader.
Right.
His first job as boss is to pull together a special Christmas window. This is our big chance to make some real money from our fabulous new donations.
Will you better do it this afternoon, Rita? Are you going to get it all done? Or?
Well, I don't know. I just have to... No, well...
Obviously got to be behind the till, you said.
He's handed the responsibility for the display to 74-year-old volunteer Rita. But armed with new tricks picked up at training, I'm expecting Graham to be bold with the pricing and show some real leadership.
Rita, I'm going to go now.
Oh,
right.
right.
I'll go ahead tomorrow.
Oh, OK, Graham, take care.
I'll speak to you soon.
Yes, bye.
Bye-bye, my dear.
Bye.
See you.
Bye. Rita should be fine out there. I mean, there's not a lot I can help her with. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's, and I say I should be in all day tomorrow, so we're fine.
I could have used another pair of hands to be actually doing this with me and, holding things and somebody to bounce off while I'm doing it, yeah. Mm.
Later that week, I'm back. I'm itching to see what Graham has done with the Christmas department and to find out if he's made the most of those new donations.
I'm disappointed. I've got 2 brand new, beautiful tops that are originally at something like £70 for a £5. So nobody's moved that price on. I said I want a special price for those Christmas gifts. It's just, nicely done, the little base of the window, but the rest is just nothing. Graham's been in charge this week, and this was a great opportunity to shine. Hi, ladies. It's freezing. Oh. Hi, darling. Were you in last week, Brenda, when this was done?
No.
Did you have anything to do with this?
No.
I was in last Monday.
And all I've got is a load of old Christmas cards. Look at those party dresses, and she looks like Indira Gandhi without a head, that model.
And sadly, the catalogue of errors continues on the shop floor.
And why have we got with sympathy cards? Why have we got that down here? My prime site wear. Put on your Christmas garment and have a look in the mirror. Oh no, with sympathy cards. Hi, Maisie.
Good morning.
Looking very smart.
Well, can but try.
What happened here?
What happened here? Well, we brought the cards down the front
No, I can see that.
to sell them, and they've been going like wildfire.
I bet they have.
And they've done the window. Is that not what you wanted?
It just feels really disappointing.
So we're a long way off it, not even near it.
Well, what I really expected was that we would segment and just say, right, party dresses, and we wouldn't put on a summer freezing dress or that. And you need to get your head around this, Graham. This is you leading this.
Rita was doing this. I don't know.
She had to go. You came in on Friday.
Display is not my forte. Really.
Well, this certainly isn't your forte. And the bin in the window. Oh, why would I have a bin in the bloody window? Sorry, Graham, I'm really, really, really disappointed, but you're feeling it because you're my leader and you're going to get it full on, because that's the job that you're going to do, or you want to do. Just let me understand this. Who said we don't sell from this? Who wrote that rule?
Well, somebody said it was written down somewhere. It was actually in the window. I mean, There's that one, yeah.
Mary, they're going from last year when they did the window and didn't want anything removed until after Christmas.
Why would you do a window with Christmas gifts in and say you can't have them until the new year? Can someone bring my 12-year-old daughter in to run this business? Because it might be a bit better.
Be a good idea.
Let's just talk sense here.
You want to bring your
Let's
12-year-old
talk
daughter
sense.
in? Bring her in.
Well, no, but Graham,
Because I'll be honest with you, I've had enough.
Of this?
I've had enough of it, yeah.
Why?
I'm not coming down here to be insulted and be had a go at. I've had enough of it.
Enough of what? This is the first time...
I'm going to say to you now that I've come down here today to say one thing.
What?
That I do not wish to be involved in being manager or anything in this shop.
Why?
I don't want to.
But
and
why?
you've just proved it to me.
But why?
I don't want to.
Is this too stressful, this?
It's going to be, yeah. I mean, it's just, yeah. I'm struggling for various reasons. And I came down here to tell you today. And then you've confronted me with this, which has confirmed it, really, for me.
OK. Let's go ahead.
I
Why?
apologise for sort of flying off the...
No, don't worry. I just want to know.
Just
I'm
pressed the
so
button.
invested in you.
I know, and I feel I've let you down.
You haven't let me down.
I'm filling up.
I know you are. Come here, give me a hug. Don't worry. I'm quite upset about it because I really like him. It's tough when you see a guy at that age and you think, God, you want to have a good time. Come on, mate. And he can't do it. I'll get upset. It was ridiculous. But he's a nice guy and you just want to support those people and say, come on. But it's too scary for him. And my worry is that he's going to go back. You know, he's only in his mid-50s. I want him to go forward. He's had a tough time and I thought this would give him the boost in his life to go forward. But he can't do it. Shame.
I don't see what you're getting at.
I get hurt very easily, you know, and I'm not having that anymore, you know. But no, normally 99.9% of the time I'm very calm and fine, you know. No one here's ever seen me sort of get cross, but I could feel it a bit last week. I was tensing, you know, I could feel a little bit of tension coming in, and unfortunately today it went off in there, but I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to come down and do it ever so calmly with Nick and Mary in a nice quiet environment at the back.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Right, not that happy.
Not that happy, why? Nick, the shop's regional manager, has got wind of my tiff with Graham.
We'll have a chat. Yeah.
Why? What's the problem?
I understand you've done it and you've cleared the air.
Yeah, we've
had a conversation before about the importance of being nice to volunteers. I think he feels that you were quite belligerent towards it.
Was that rude to you?
Well, I was just telling Nick what happened. We've had we've put that behind us.
And I don't think it's very fair, and I'll take it because I'll take that shit because I'm paid. I can put up with it. But for volunteers, I don't think it's a fair way of going about things.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm not even sure how I'm meant to deal with this because I actually.
I knew I shouldn't have come in today.
More than anything, I know how badly this shop now needs this manager because, I mean, they can't even pull a Christmas department together. How are they going to develop the store in the future? I mean, that's one Christmas department. Imagine when I start to say, right, this is how we're going to break up the shop because I know what I want to do with it. They'll have a breakdown. They'll have to have the smelling salts. They'll be lying down outside. This project has never been about just one shop. I really want to make a difference to the whole charity sector. But after clashing with Chris from Mind over pricing at my training day, I'm starting to think it may never happen. After all, if I can't convince a bright, experienced shop manager like her, what chance do I have? This is not easy, it's not straightforward, any of this. None of this is straightforward. But I genuinely believe unless they start changing it and the way they're selling, people will just come in, still use it as a dumping ground, and still just come in and want to buy cheap, 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 cheap.
Hi, is that Chris up the ladder at the back? Get up the front, you cooey. How have you been?
I had to eat humble pie.
Why did you?
An exceedingly large portion of humble pie.
Did you? Why is that? I like these stories.
I don't know, about a week, 10 days after the course.
Yeah.
I'd got the flu bug, so I wasn't feeling all that. I'm sorting bags and not paying much attention. and all of a sudden, literally in my hands was this pale lilac, soft drawstring bag. And written across it was Jimmy Choo. And in it was this beautiful black leather Jimmy Choo handbag.
Oh, fabulous.
So I thought, I don't believe this. It's me spouting off at you on the court. And, well, no, I'll never get anything like that. So, anyway, I left it here. I hid it overnight.
Not to yourself?
No. Checked it on the internet. Went onto the Jimmy Choo website and found this self-same bag, but in, like, a pearly grey colour.
Yeah.
£980.
Did you have to sit down?
I did. Well, good job I was already sitting down. You couldn't believe it. So I just kept bringing it out and showing it to people.
Good for you.
You know?
That's bloody brilliant.
And one girl said, I've got to have that handbag. Said, how much do you want for it? And I thought, £200. I think it's fair. Said, I've got to have it. £200. Just like that. Yeah.
See, I hate saying I'm right, but I often am. Now, come on.
Right.
Well done, sweetie. My little Chris. I know, the thing about Chris, like, when she did get that angst on in the training, I got quite upset because she's such a gung-ho, I'll do it, Mary, a real believer, and I love her. And when she was like, it's not going to happen in our shop, I was quite taken aback. So I'm so doubly pleased, you know, A, for the shop, look, £200. That's unbelievable for them to take that, just like that. But B, it gives her confidence now to do that again and again and again. It's fantastic. And I know there'll be more of that. Winning Chris round has given me real hope. If only I had a manager as feisty as her. But I'm determined to make my shop a force to be reckoned with.
I'll have to have a chat with the guys and find out when we can reschedule for. When are you available this week?
Today, Nick and I are interviewing for a shop manager. But first, there's something I need to deal with. Nick, I know that you picked me up on speaking to Graham.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have to do it in front of Graham to me?
He was an integral part of it, yeah.
Made me feel just completely embarrassed by it.
I think you should be a little embarrassed by it. I think that it...
You're not there telling me to be embarrassed or managing my embarrassment. Why was that what you wanted me to feel? Embarrassed and shamed? Is that what you wanted?
Not at all, but you'd upset
you
one
just
of... Well, no, but you'd upset one of the volunteers. How you feel is down to you. You'd upset one of the volunteers.
But you don't discuss it in front of them. You could have taken me inside and said, Mary, listen, Graham's really upset this morning. I'm a bit annoyed. He feels upset, and I could have talked to you about what happened.
I totally accept that. You're possibly right. I'll take that on board.
I am going to be careful how I speak with them, but I'm not going to lose the message that I have, and I'm not going to lose the way I am with people. And I've genuinely know that I was able to give Graham a tough time because I've also given Graham a good time. It was just ugly. So let's just move on. We're down to who now? Christ the cleaner, I think.
We're down from 5 this morning.
Nick's invited 5 candidates to interview, but 3, including Graham, have dropped out. Now we're left with 2, and I hope that one of them has the energy and experience needed to run this business. Valerie's worked in the toy shop.
Absolutely. She's run it for 23 years. So in terms of retail management experience, she's got absolutely tons of it. In terms of being able to run a hopefully successful business, she's got tons of experience.
Well, you say tons. She's done the one job for 23 years.
Yeah, but she'll have come across a lot of walks of life and a lot of problems in that time, I've no doubt.
Hello, I'm Valerie. I've got an interview.
Oh, right, just a moment. I'll go and tell the appropriate
Lovely, thank
people.
Thank you.
OK, Valerie, I'd like to introduce you to Mary.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Valerie.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
Do take a seat.
Thank you.
Sorry, excuse our makeshift table, but welcome to the world of charity retailing. How did you get in, Valerie, to work in the toy shop?
Well, I took on a part-time Christmas job originally, and I left because it was only a temporary Christmas job. And then I went in shopping one day, and the manager just said to me, would you like a job? Would you like to come back? And that was the beginning of the 23 years, really.
So how long were you actually manager for?
Only a short while, and about 6 months.
Oh, OK.
I just don't think 6 months as a manager is enough. After what happened with Graham, I know I need someone with more experience to take on the challenge of running this shop. Nice to meet you.
And you. Thank
Lovely to meet you, Valerie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Hello. I've come about the job.
Next is Josephine. She's currently an assistant manager at charity shop Scope.
We'll meet you.
And how long have you been there for?
At Christmas, it'll be 4 years.
And what were you doing before that?
Like a second-hand retro shop, doing sort of like 70s things. We actually kind of just go with the market, what we're selling, really. A few items of clothing.
So do you have a bit of an eye for sort of fashion and retro things?
Yeah, I love fashion, to be honest. I mean, even now, I'm always in the charity shops. I can't help myself. I work there, but I always go, if I go to the high street, I'd always be in there.
We are looking for someone who has kind of the energy and motivation to lead a new type of charity shop. Talk to me about you and your...
Yeah, I think I could... just change it round. I'm not someone who can just sit around and do nothing.
No.
I just can't sit, and I have to be changing and doing displays, and that's the type of person I am. I need to... things have to look nice.
She was lovely. I tell you, I mean, what I liked about her is that she's not arrogant. She's got that gentleness about her, but she knows how to deal with people, which I think would be a good thing.
She knows her fashion, she knows her retail, she's clearly big on customer service. She ticks pretty much every box, really. But no, I'd be really happy. She'd be great.
Yeah.
At last, I've got a manager and I can finally concentrate on bigger things. I believe that if charity shops looked like serious retailers, they would attract serious shoppers. I have £15,000 from the charity to turn my shop into a retailer that competes with the best of them on the high street. And I need all the help I can get. Jane Lawrence, director of Sir Terence Conran's design company, responsible for some of the high street's best shop designs like Habitat, has agreed to use her expertise to transform my charity shop.
Hey.
Mary.
Oh, she comes laden with boards. Hi, darling.
Hi, how are you?
Now I need to unveil my vision to the volunteers and introduce them to their new boss.
2 people with me today, Josephine and Jane. And Jo is joining as shop manager. So these are your motley crew.
That's right.
And Jane has joined us from Conran Design. And she will talk through our designs for the new shop fit. Most shop fits go into nearly 100,000. We've got 15,000, which is amazing. Save the Children have given that. But it's tight. Listen, come on, Jane, let's talk them through the shop design, because then we can all get
I'm going to start by... Good afternoon, everybody. Start by telling you our starting point. The first thing we did was put a concept board together, and this is our concept board. Sort of images over here, colour and drama. We need to make bold statements. This is a very vibrant, dynamic statement. So now this is the front of the shop, and this is the back of the shop.
I want you to think of this shop like a marketplace, OK? And in a market, you have everything from fashion, from vintage, from bric-a-brac. And the other great thing about a market is every different age group goes in a market.
The first thing we did...
I want this shop to have the vibrant feel of a marketplace, not just another fashion shop. This is where charity shops can stand out and play to their strengths.
We're introducing pegboard, which is very versatile. It's a sustainable product, and you can put lots of hooks in it and display all manner of things. And then we're going to bring in trestle tables that are, again, made out of plywood. We're introducing lino. It's very easy to clean, very easy to maintain. So that's going to go throughout the... all the way through the shop.
Cold to stand on.
Cold to stand on? We're not asking you to put your bare feet on.
No, I know, but the carpets are much...
Carpets are much warmer.
More comfortable to stand on than I know.
Slippers. Yeah.
Have you considered stiletto damage?
It's incredibly hard.
You're going to test it.
I'm going to test it.
Jump up and down.
Well, who's going to be jumping up and down? Who's going to be on? Must buy in here. All right, how's that take it?
Absolutely.
Not even a mark. Well done, Jane. I've never had the clap from them.
Thank you very much.
We've been doing the toys for about 44 years, so especially my friend, she's almost, well, she'll be 90 next year, and it's her life, actually. That's all she's really got Tuesday mornings, and she's really worried that you're going to take her shelves away.
The proof of the pudding will be in the eating. I think we'll come in on that Friday and see what it looks like and go from there, because it's certainly sort of quite an ambitious plan, isn't it?
No, they seem lovely. I'm sure that they'll be there and they're going to be reliable, and it's all a bit daunting, to start with, to be quite honest. But no, I think they're going to help me, and I think they're excited about it. Whether they'll be able to change that drastically, I don't know to start with, but that's my job, I guess.
I think it's going to take a while for their heads to get round it, and I guess because I'm so used to working a very fast-paced retail business, and so every day of my life I'm looking at consumers, selling, shopping, consumer. So to me it just feels, right, well, here's another great idea, and they're all like that. A little bit shell-shocked. Next year the shop will change beyond all recognition, and I don't want the volunteers to feel left behind.
It's begin.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did.
A joke in here. Why does Father Christmas have no children?
Why did Father Christmas have no children?
Because he only comes once a year.
Lila!
And that's down a chimney.
You've got these crackers.
Pulling that round the crib. Ladies and gentlemen, have you all got a drink? Oh, good. Well, just welcome here tonight. So glad you could all come. It's important we get together at the end of the year and celebrate our achievements. I'm not so sure my achievements has been as big as I thought they'd be, because it takes a long time in charity, doesn't it? And I've had to learn a lot of things. We've had some laughs and a few tears, mainly mine. But I just wanted to let you know that next year is when we really start to motor and take things to the next stage. We'll have the builders in, and our goal is to, first of all, be the best charity shop in Orpington. Agreed?
Yeah.
And then our second goal is to be the best shop in Orpington. Thanks for all your hard work. Thanks for welcoming me. And here's to next year. Happy Christmas!
Next year.
They're so committed to it that you can't help but be excited, When you give to them, it's so simple, a lovely just little evening like this, a little gift, and it's made them feel cared for, and that's really important in any type of business.
Right now.
Heated discussion.
Really heated debate, Graham.
That's good stuff, isn't it? A bit of feist. It's like EastEnders, wasn't it?
Yeah, very much like
I'd never fight with her, I just disagree.
No, we're all right.
She just told me she doesn't agree with me. Go on, reindeer and Santas, get out of it. And no abusive language on the bus on the way home, all right? It's the new year, and with the refit looming, we're holding a closing down sale. But with time over Christmas to think about my new plans for the shop, the volunteers are rebelling.
It's all expense, isn't it? With the refit, it's going to cost a lot of money, and with the manageress, that's costing money. So we've got to try harder to make more money each week, haven't we?
Well, as I've just come back from Kosovo and Albania and been delivering aid there and seen poverty, then you do begin to wonder, whether 15,000 could do a lot more than just paint a shop and change a carpet.
Has it been a nightmare?
Well, one of the regular volunteers has handed in a notice.
Who was that?
That was Doreen.
Why she handed it in just?
Well, she said that she doesn't agree with all the money spent.
She said it's ridiculous. She said we could have just washed the walls and washed the carpet and relaid it.
This is really worrying because in any business, resignations affect staff morale. To make it worse, the volunteer who's resigned is the sister-in-law of Brenda, and I really don't want to lose her support.
You can't expect people really not to go because they don't like what's happening. I mean, they're not being paid, so...
What do you think a real reason is? Do you really think it's...
It is. It's because of what you're doing and spending the money. And she said, we are slogging our guts out to get money for this shop, and it's being spent. I can see her point. And now we're going to have new flooring. Why?
Oh, you need it. We'll need it. We do need to make this better, Brenda. I know you think it'll just stay the same, but we can't get this shop to make more money by leaving it with those dodgy old fixtures and stained grey floors. We just can't do it. It needs an update. It needs it, and this is the cheapest that I can do it.
And then if you put your prices up, people are going to come in and say, oh, we've got to pay for what's been done.
Oh, do you know what? I'm trying to be clever with the budgets, and the only spend that I'm doing is on the store design. It's the only spend I'm doing, and I've got someone who's resigned over it. Oh, don't get upset.
I am upset.
I know you are.
I don't want to talk to her anymore. I mean, she's 70, but I'm 82. You know, if she's going to pack up at 70, why did she ask me to come in and help out?
You know what? I can sit and cry, but I can't. I have got work to do, and I need to get on with this shop, and we'll just have to find someone who replaces her. If I gave them 50% and said step by step, they'll stay at 50%. I know they will. I have to just start this from scratch and say, this is what I believe in, this is my vision. And faffing about on slowly, and it's just not my game. I'm the wrong person to bring in for that. You know, bring in a retail consultant who will sit with you and organically grow it over the next 5 years. We haven't got time to do that. The market's changed like that, the consumers changed like that, the world's changed like that. None of us expected it. We're smack bang in the heart of it, so I'm not going to sit there and faff about. The next day, the builders move in. And the shop that has been reassuringly familiar to the volunteers since Princess Anne opened it 20 years ago will never look the same again. But some things will be familiar. To make the budget stretch, we've recycled some of the old fittings, and what isn't being stripped out is being spruced up.
The grey walls, they look much cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because that's the first time they've really been given a proper clean, isn't it?
Since we opened the stores.
Yes.
What's that, 20?
It's 20 years
ago.
in April, yes.
You sort of hook things, put things through them.
It's elastic, isn't it? Yes.
I thought we were going to have hooks. It's threaded through.
Threaded through, yes.
"5 days later, and my plan to make my charity shop like no other charity shop before is complete. And it looks fantastic. For the first time, like any great store, the merchandise is proudly displayed in distinct areas. Bold splashes of colour highlight the different sections and draw you in. And the black pegboard and trestle tables evoke the feel of a market, and found objects like wine crates and fruit boxes are transformed into display units, putting recycling at the heart of this shop. And with our latest fantastic donations, this place now looks like a shopaholic's dream. I'm really pleased. I finally got a shop that I'm happy to put my stuff in. This is a practically brand new mulberry bag, which I wouldn't have dreamt of putting in that shop a month ago. A week ago, actually. So I'm going to give them this, which I think retails at about £700, £800, I don't know, we'll need to check.
There's no two ways before. If I had put this into the dump that was Orpington, and a dump it was, it would have been a waste. It would have grieved me. And actually, in all honesty, that's how I felt with so many charity shops, you know? That I'd turn up with a bin liner and I'd think, where on earth are they going to put this in this shop?
At the shop, the team are making final tweaks for reopening.
First impression?
Yeah.
I know. Dark and drab, yeah, the black, yeah. Yeah, look at that wall there, look, with the black on it. And the black floor. No. What? I think. Man. Oh, yeah, okay.
Hello, Orpington. Doesn't this look great? Oh, my God, there's not one response. Are you happy? Huh? What do you think of the shop? Stop it now, stop being naughty. What do you think of the shop, Brenda?
Very dark.
Very dark. OK, Rita?
No, I liked it because it's got a modern feel. It's a boutique feel.
I'm not very keen on the orange. Because what can you put with orange over there?
Look at this table, it's orange.
Yeah, this, yeah.
How
This, yeah,
fabulous
this.
is
But
it?
the
Look on
window
it,
with
Brenda.
orange. Yeah, what can you put in there that will go with
Everything, everything. Orange lift, it's happy, it's jolly.
Close our eyes, we'll get a tune. It's the pink bag with the orange.
Fantastic! That is fantastic. Look at the colours of Saint Laurent uses. Pink, orange, turquoise, the luxury houses of Paris. Yet it doesn't fit in Orpington. This is fantastic. How could you say this is dark?
Oh, it is. Wait until the people come in and see what they say.
Yeah, I've created a shop that doesn't suit the staff. I'm a bit sad at that kind of look. You know, I joke about it because I know this is right, and I know it really, in all honesty, that, you know, this is not their thing. You know, I know that, but I would have expected or would have liked, look, we can see a great improvement and we're excited. It's not my thing, but, you know, short term, I really need them to get behind this.
Joe, do you like the orange?
Do I?
Do you like the orange?
I don't want to alienate people like Brenda who have dedicated years to this shop for free, but I know that without modernising, I won't make this charity more money.
Do you think that's too early then? Some people do wear white, don't they? The teenagers.
And if we're going to drag this shop into the 21st century, I need the volunteers to be bold and push up their prices. Because as long as shoppers know they're getting a bargain, they will pay that little bit extra. Those shoes and clothes are brand new this season, and you can just put on samples. Brand new this season, and then people go, oh my God, that's this season's shoes at what, £8? I'll have those. Okay, everybody. Is this everybody? Iris, Rita, June. Okay, afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in on a Saturday. This is a really, really, really special day. I mean, I stand in this shop thinking, wow. And I hope you all do too, do we? Really? Really? Look, it's amazing. I feel that we have created something that is very, very different from not only the other charity shops, but from what's happening on the high street. The pricing, there are some garments that we have priced higher. We're not taking the mickey. We're not being stupid. We believe they're worth that. There are some designer dresses there, you know, they were originally £400. We're doing £40. OK? That's 10%. That's hardly being abusive. I need your support in doing that. I need your support in selling that idea to the customers who come in. OK? Are you ready to sell? Yay! Louder. Are you ready to sell? Yes! Thank you, guys. Open your door. Let's get the business in. Well done. Brilliant. Come on, ladies. Come on. After nearly 4 months of working with the charity, I'm finally ready to open the door to the public and see what they make of the shop. Come in, come in. Hello. Hello. There's some great kids stuff and fashion right up the back, but don't lose mummy.
No, turn it back where it was.
If I like shiny directly on it.
Joe, they might need help on the till here. Maybe they should have a swap round.
I mean, have a little chat with everyone and that, and just take turns today, because it's nice for everyone to go on it, yeah?
Right, look at him. He's a local paper. Guys, taking the money. Hey! Go. Thank you.
Fine.
What's really great is that customers are spending, even at increased prices.
£26.49. Right. Can you empty your bin, please, dear?
When our regulars come in during the week, that'll be the crunch, yes. They won't pay those sort of prices. No, these youngsters will. The youngsters will. But we don't get that many youngsters, see? No, not during the week. No.
With big changes to come, I just hope that new boss Joe is up to managing the team.
Look at it, what can I say? It talks for itself, it's brilliant. I never believed it would be so good. We've got to just keep it going, we just can't let it sort of empty out and lapse. We've got to keep nice stuff on the shelves so people come in every day and there's always great stuff.
I'm excited by how the launch is going so far, but what really matters is what the bosses from head office think.
It's great. It's fantastic. It is so vibrant, isn't it?
They've come in to see if their money has been well spent.
The colour,
It's absolutely fantastic. It looks really good, but the proof is in the pudding. We've got to see the income rise. And Mary's got the next few weeks to really prove to us that this style of shop fit, that this type of shop manager is going to be the right way forward. So I expect big numbers back from Mary's work.
I mean, my big role is to get Save the Children rolling this out so that other charity businesses can go, blimey, that really is a clever business model that is making good money. We should be on that boat.
All right, we're going to have a photo. Come on. Or can we shut the door?
Yeah, let's shut the
Hey, Jane, what we got?
£957.
Oh, man!
That's it.
£957.
Oh, my God.
In 2 hours. Hey!
That's your week's taking.
Well, we'll have to put this away, dear.
Yeah, let's celebrate for a second, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's let the information. She's like, oh, look, we're all cashing up. 900, what was it again?
£57.36.
Well done, 2 hours. Can I ring Brenda up when you let her know?
Yeah, I think we'd better be.
Brenda, oh ye of little faith.
Yes.
What was she like this morning? You ring her up, you spread the word, and if any of them go, oh, it's not going to work, you remind them how much we took, yeah?
I think we ought to have a vote of thanks to Mary for being such an inspiration to us. And she works so hard and sets an example to us.
Oh, give her a cup.
Crawler.
She says, crawler.
No, I mean it. I seriously do mean it.
There is no doubt that this launch has been a huge success, but I now have 4 more weeks to keep pushing up the profits before I hand back the keys to the shop. D-Day, Donate, Don't Dump Day. I want to be a regular date in the calendar.
The whole thing is not the same as it was. You know about charity shops, don't you?
I do.
And how much are you doing for it?
True, not that much, but maybe now I will.
I just don't want any more moans.
Which way you put your hands?
It's not like the old days. Bloody good job it's not like the old days.
We gave you a target, didn't we?
Hit me with the numbers. These were mine, and now they're yours.
Can we believe Gordon Brown when he tells us he's going to reform our democracy? The Russian stranglehold on European gas supplies, and the millionth word enters the English language. Or does it? Welcome all noobs at 10:30.
As Britain's car industry struggles in the recession, troubleshooter Jerry Robinson looks at what can be done to keep it alive. Next, here on BBC Two.